This is Chapter 14 of Fire Emblem Fates Revelation, one of my favorite maps in the campaign. It takes place in Port Dia of Conquest X fame, although it replaces that map's defend objective with a much simpler route. Experienced Conquest players will tell you that Chapter 10 is best tackled like a route map anyway, so the two chapters are more similar than they first appear. One of the cooler elements of Chapter 14 is it takes place directly after the level 2 shops open up, giving you a large number of new options, such as extra heart seals, reaver weapons, and both nations' effectiveness. These can be especially helpful if you plan on training up any of the new recruits. Elise and her 2 retainers have been auto-leveled slightly, but they're still far behind the rest of your forces. Arthur and Effie are lucky enough to be able to use the Hammer and Beast Killer respectively, and this map's right-hand side features a large number of Cavaliers, Paladins, Armors, and Generals, so training them up can be a fun side objective if you want to use either or both of them in your army. But Elise has her own, far more explicit side objective. Rev 14 features 2 on-map recruitments, a relative rarity for Fates. When Elise talks to either Benny or Charlotte, they will join our army, and while these aren't the strongest units out there, they do have their niches, and if you want to train them up, they can benefit from the same effective weapons that Arthur and Effie can. Or they have the option to instantly promote, in order to start working their way towards powerful promoted skills. The new recruits aren't the only side objectives we have though. There are 4 houses to visit, which will be destroyed by outlaws if left alone for too long. The top ones feature a Wayne Festal and a Physics Staff. Nothing too special, but they can be helpful, especially if, like me, you only end up deploying one staffer on most of the mid and late game maps. The bottom 2 are a lot more unique. The one on the left has a Levin Sword, which is the first magical weapon we've gotten access to, and the one on the right has another Master Seal. Both of these items can be purchased at this time. However, the mid-game of Rev is when gold starts feeling really tight, and personally, I prefer to spend my money elsewhere. By now, Wyvern Elise is a very well-known strategy in Conquest. The general idea is that Wyvern Riders' class bases alongside the skill strength +2 are enough to allow Elise's physical combat to shine until she can either achieve the rank for Bolt Axe or promote to a Malignite for Tome access, ideally both. In Revelation, it's not so simple. Enemies are, on the whole, a lot stronger on this route, and Elise joins much later into the campaign. As such, going Wyvern doesn't really help your team out that much, but it does help Elise. Over the next 3 maps, we are going to get 4 powerful pre-promotes, and child paralogs are also likely opening up very soon. As such, we don't really have the deployment slot to spare for a D-rank staffer, especially when you consider how slow the staff experience formula is in the Fates trilogy. But if we turn Elise from a subpar utility unit into a subpar combat unit, her prospects as a project skyrocket. This map and Chapter 15 are seemingly designed as training grounds to prepare your army for the grueling 2-chapter trial that is White Flames Black Flames, and I intend to use them to turn Elise into a Malignite worthy of her deployment slot. This is the secret book from chapter 10. It goes a small way towards helping to patch up Elise's hit rates. Kagero needs a speed tonic and a speed meal to double the paladins with the hunter's knife, and inspiration lets her two-shot them.
I see.
This is a generic master ninja I captured from chapter 11. His stats are pretty incredible, although I do have some beef with him, because despite the fact that Arthur and Elise both see a lot of combat in this clear, he caused me more resets than the two of them combined. If he scored a crit and killed the fighter, the Cavalier would attack him as well, and even though he can survive both hits, it throws off the guard gauge math around Kagero. In theory, this problem could be solved with a brass shuriken. However, I am literally at zero money because I spent a ton on resources for Elise.
Hey, that's not nice. Rest well.
My Kagero is pretty strength screwed, but effective weapons will solve that problem. Felicia uses a Festal here so she can provide adjacency to Kagero in the upcoming combats. Even though Kagero isn't in attack stance, she still gains a little bit of hit from adjacency, and every little bit helps.
No contest.
Yep, still no strength.
It's over.
I also captured this Oni in chapter 11, and gave him 2 levels so that I would have a shove bot, since that can be useful in a couple of strategies. It's okay for Elise to miss that attack, but she needs to hit this next one. If she misses the 76, it is a reset. This is an Elise moment. And who said accuracy issues matter? In all reality though, she was at weapon triangle disadvantage and is a notoriously low skill unit. With Inspiring Song and Advantage, she's actually able to pull 100%. Conquest does give you the tools to use these low accuracy units. You just have to be able to make use of them.
Ew. Hey.
Elise was successful with her low hit rates. Now it's Arthur's turn. 78% with the hit bonus from effectiveness. Yeah, this is an Arthur moment too. And he doesn't even have Gamble yet. Honestly, blocking the crit, also a very Arthur moment. This is the experience you get from training these two units. Still, it's worth it in the end, because justice always prevails.
What?
Unfortunately, we can't provide adjacency, but we can still give inspiration.
Guess I did it right.
I'm here to help. We're not done yet.
C rank axes on Gunter. The Gunt man never falls off.
Mission complete.
She is allergic to gaining strength. If Arthur had been hit by that general, he would need a heal now. So Felicia is ready to provide. Just in reach.
Guess I did it right.
Taste justice!
Everyone knows that minus 10 hit from Gamble is a downside, but plus 10 crit can also be a downside, such as here, where I want to use Arthur's hammer dual strike to set up a kill for Elise. However, if he crits, he will deprive her of the experience.
Let us join our strength. Two-fisted. Never fear. I won't let you down. You're safe now.
I don't have Arthur drafted, so I'm not allowed to deploy him after this map. However, for demonstration purposes, I am going to early promote him anyway, as I think that's probably the best way to use him if you plan on marrying him to Elise. Hero is by far the better combat class for Arthur. He already faces high enough crit rates, so taking -5 dodge from Berserker is not going to help much. Hero also gives him access to additional weapon triangle control and can help patch his hit rates in general by improving his skill. But I'm sending him Berserker anyway, because even if I were allowed to deploy him in future maps, I wouldn't be using Arthur as a combat unit. Instead, he would be providing utility as a powerful backpack to Elise, bolstering both her strength and speed while she's trying to grind up axe rank. Berserker also provides the skill Rally Strength, which Arthur can either use to bolster his allies on his own, or pass to his son, Percy, who makes a pretty good rally bot. Although, if all you care about is skill inheritance, then HP +5 and Soul can also help Percy in the combat department.
Show me what you've got.
Oh, what?
Due to my limited options in this draft, I'm pairing Kaden and Kagero together. However, I wouldn't recommend this pairing for vanilla play. Kagero already has Diviner, so she doesn't get anything from Kaden, and even if she did, Diviner's a pretty bad class for her. Kaden, on the other hand, does usually want a reclass by the time you reach Vala, but Ninja doesn't really do much to solve his problems. He wants something that increases his damage output. Funny enough, one of the units I'm getting on this map, Charlotte, could offer him the fighter line, although I have other plans for her. And in a vanilla context, if you want to give Kaden fighter, just get it from Keaton. That comes faster, and you can start working on it sooner. I considered pairing him with Setsuna, who is the other Hoshiden woman I have drafted, but in the end, I decided that combining Sniper and Bow Knight skills with Sophie was going to do more for me than anything Selkie had to offer. Arthur kindly donates his belongings to Shigure so we can set up a kill for Elise.
You're no match for us. I can help.
That's right. It's over.
While we're here again, I should talk about the one upside that comes from the Kagero-Kaden pairing. Selkie's strength growth is bolstered quite a bit from Kagero Mom, and she really wants this, as otherwise she can hit like a wet noodle. With great speed, good strength, and decent skill and luck, Selkie can try to emulate her mother as a player phase delete button with 1-2 range. She's still one of the lower caliber Gen 2 units, but if you like Fox Girls, then this is one way to help fix her problems.
Simple enough.
It's all right.
Ideally, I would like to feed 2 of these kills to Elise, but that relies on several low accuracy attacks connecting. Arthur's in particular is extremely shaky at 62%, and as such, I kind of need to plan contingencies. If Arthur had managed to hit the mercenary, then it would be Felicia's job to kill this armor, but since he didn't, Felicia's going to help with the northern enemies, and we will try to stay out of range of the knight. Elise is going to need both Inspiration and Arthur Backpack to kill this mercenary. Wet Ham gives Elise a pet rat and her retainer.
Sorry.
Because the knight can't reach this position, it's safe for Felicia to attack from one range. This way she provides inspiration to Elise. That hand axe miss threw my plan into disarray, but thankfully I was able to correct things, and no one has a chance of death this turn.
Let's finish this. On my way. How did you do that?
Let us join our strength. Not on my watch.
I am prepared. That's right.
The promotion choice for Elise is pretty obvious. Malignite is the magical class, and she's a magical unit. Wyvern Lord does offer rally defense, which alongside her rally resistance from Strategist and rally speed from Azura Friendship, can let her cosplay as Jacob Shigure. And she's also capable of getting skill or strength from marriages. Alternatively, she can grab both magic and luck from Sakura Friendship. But ultimately, I don't think this is worth the trouble. Elise will struggle a lot in most of these classes, since she's not terribly physically oriented. And that's the main reason that I really like Arthur Marriage. It gets the best of both worlds, because Percy can inherit one of Elise's friendship rallies, preferably speed, while Elise herself can benefit from the tools that Malig offers.
Well,
I haven't talked much about her, but Kana has been doing a lot of hard work on this map. Even though she's generally considered to be a contender for worst units in the Fates trilogy, you wouldn't believe it from her performance here. Although, in my opinion, that's not because Kana herself is especially good. Instead, it goes to show just how powerful the Archer class is. Almost any other physically oriented unit could be doing similar things to Kana if given the reclass option as well.
Let's see what they've got.
Problem solved.
Remain focused.
The light fades.
Because she was acting as a convoy on turn 1, Azura has spent the majority of this map without a weapon equipped. This doesn't make a huge difference, and if she's attacked by axe or bow enemies, it can actually bolster her survivability. But I usually like leaving a bronze lance or brass naginata on her to allow for dual striking.
We've got trouble. Not paying attention?
Farewell, fallen one.
I finally found a use for shove.
It's over. Let's finish this. No! You'll be alright. You won't stop me. Mission complete.
Reminds me of the old days.
Cry out in pain.
I feel good.
Kento has contributed more in this one chapter than the average Midori does over an entire playthrough. The hard part of the map is over now. There are some stationary generals, and an armor who can catch you off guard if you're not checking ranges, as well as the boss, who is also stationary. But for now, all we have to do is wait and farm reinforcements. There are going to be waves of generals and paladins that I want to feed to my promoted projects. Charlotte is technically drafted, but I mostly got her for the traditional Xander backpack role. I do plan on training her a little bit next map, but she's not going to be eating any of the experience. That's for Arthur and Elise. Since Benny is undrafted, I can have either him or Effie bait this armor with no consequences.
Don't forget about me.
I won't let you down. You're safe now.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
I'm just too much for ya.
Guard Gauge will protect Elise on enemy phase.
You're no match for us. Not on my watch. No need to thank me.
Here is the first wave of reinforcements. The hit rate is shaky, but 0 crit because of the javelin means that this is an okay Arthur combat.
To the rescue!
Victory is mine.
Sting Shuriken is so bad.
Ha-ha!
Try not to hate me. Farewell, fallen one.
Just because she's gone Malignite doesn't mean Elise can't still provide some utility. Lily's Void is the damage threshold to help Kagero secure a kill against this paladin. As thanks, Kagero sets up a kill for Elise on the other paladin. This late into the map, Elise missing isn't a huge deal. We have so many actions to spare that I can dance for her and give her another shot.
You have my support.
Not bad. Not bad.
More paladins.
Oh. Check out my skills. Goodness. What now?
Let's hear your swan
That
song.
1% crit robbed me of axe experience. Not a huge deal in the long run, but it is ironic.
Let's go. Not a chance. Need backup? Get it together.
Evil shall not prevail. Evil shall not prevail.
That's right. I'll protect you.
Try not to hate me.
Let's see what we've got. Leg.
I won't let you down. Team up time.
Ready for this?
My song is pure.
I'll protect you.
Short yet sweet.
I'll do my best. To the rescue!
Stand down, fiend. In a hand. Show me what you got. Not on my watch.
That's right.
Sorry for the abrupt cut. The texture pack that I'm using is a little bit unstable, and I had a crash. Thankfully, I've got a program or a macro in the background making a save state every 5 minutes, just in case this happens, because this is an extremely long map, and I didn't want to have to redo the entire clear based on a crash. If you think that invalidates the clear, that's completely valid, but I value being transparent in the content that I make, so yeah. Like I said earlier, I think the hard part of the map is over. There's just waves of reinforcements that I want to feed to Elise and Arthur whenever possible. The last wave shows up on turn 39, so we're gonna be here for a while. As such, I figured I would talk about the pairings that I'm doing for this draft, and how applicable they are in a less restricted playthrough. I already touched upon Kaden and Kagero and why I don't care for it. Shigure and Kana are siblings, which means I did the incredibly cursed Korin Azura pairing. While I hate what this does from a story perspective, from a gameplay perspective, it let me get the two kids early when my roster was thin. I go into this a little bit in my Kana video, but I think Azura Mother Kana with an archer talent can be quite decent, giving her high strength and speed alongside the best player phase class in the game. However, ultimately, she just ends up being a weaker version of Mozu. You can skip a little bit of the training arc since Kana joins at least level 10 instead of level 1, but other than that, Kana is going to be behind the villager girl in every possible way. And Shigure doesn't really get anything he cares about from the noble class line. So I'd only really recommend this pairing if you want to get Kana early, either because of a draft scenario like mine, or just because you like them as a character. Charlotte is going to serve as my Xander backpack, providing him with a speed boost and a path into hero. This is another very popular strategy within Conquest, but in Rev I really don't like it. Swordmaster is just a better class for Xander than hero, providing a speed boost, Vantage, Sword Fair, and even Astra if you really care about having a proc skill. Because Xander gets Swordmaster from a friendship, not a marriage, he can acquire it faster than Charlotte would give him hero. But even if you're dead set on sending Xander into hero, I'd still prefer to get the Merc variant from either Laszlo Friendship, which is faster than a marriage, or Selena Marriage. Personally, I think Xander gets more out of Strong Riposte than he does from HP plus 5. And you also don't have to worry about having 5 skills in place in order to not accidentally get forced to equip Gamble. Even from a backpack perspective, I would argue that Selena is a better choice for Xander than Charlotte, as while she doesn't provide the strength that Charlotte does, she provides both speed and movement as a Bow Knight, and she gives skill in this class as well, to help with Xander's hit rates, which can be a little bit sketchy with Siegfried. The reason that I'm doing Charlotte Marriage isn't actually for Xander's benefit, but for Sophie's, because Charlotte will pass the fighter line down to Siegbert, who can then become a Berserker backpack for Sophie, who has access to both the Bow Knight class alongside the Archer tree thanks to her Setsuna mom. While I would prefer to get Bow Knight from Outlaw rather than Mercenary, since I prefer Move +1 and Lock Touch over the Merc skills, the combination of Kinshi, Bow Knight, and Sniper are a powerful class set for Sophie to access. The only downside is that Setsuna slightly hurts Sophie's strength, but Siegbert as a Berserker will make up for that. And as a bonus, if I ever want him to leave backpack duty, he can get Bow Knight from his wife-to-be in order to give me yet another bow-wielding Generation 2 unit. Arthur getting crit by a blocked dual strike is peak comedy, and also peak Arthur.
I live to serve. See the hand. Leave it to me. Let us join our strength. Need a hand?
This show is over! Try not to hate me.
Beautiful, just like me.
That's the last of the reinforcements taken care of. Now all that's left to do is show Silas who's boss.
Let's hear your swan song. I'm sorry I let you down.
I don't want anyone coming away with the wrong idea about Elise thanks to this video. I gave her a heavy amount of investment for her to perform the way that she did. Her Heart Seal, Master Seal, and Bronze Axe plus 2 are each 2,000 gold. The Arm Scroll and Secret Book are also one-of-a-kind resources, and while you can use skill tonics instead of secret books, the Arm Scroll is pretty irreplaceable. I don't think it's worth grinding Elise from D to C in order to get the Bolt Axe. There are a ton of other characters who want that Arm Scroll, and most of them are better than Wyvern Elise. Purchasing the Bolt Axe is also very expensive, and it's likely going to be Elise's personal weapon, because while both Rinka and Camilla can benefit from it, it's far from necessary for them. Although to be fair, I wouldn't call it necessary for Elise either. Even with tomes, she has combat pretty close to our Felicia, which is not half bad for 5 levels over the course of a single chapter. And even though Elise doesn't really care about the Bronze Axe plus 2 anymore, there are plenty of units who do. If you're marrying her to Arthur like me, then he really wants it, but even if you're not, Camilla is probably still in an Axe class at this point in the campaign. And other strong Axe units like Wyvern Selena, Hero Baruka, or Fuga can benefit from this forge going forward. Still, I don't want to act like Wyvern Elise is a big part of the Rev meta. It's not. I think that the quote-unquote optimal thing to do is have her heal in Chapter 14 and then bench her forever. But if you want to add Elise to your team, either because of a draft setting or just because you like her, then I would definitely recommend giving Wyvern a shot.